Check 1 2 1 2. It's the Y2K collector, and I had to break my own rule. For those of you who are following the channel, you know that I had a rule that I would be buying no games during the month of January. However, this deal was too good for me to pass up, and so I had to break my rules. And oddly enough, I found this deal at GameStop. As many of you know, GameStop is having their Pro Week, where the Pro Week is not really like your typical Pro Week where they're doing the buy two, get one, but they are giving you like double the Pro discount or double. It's basically like 10% off instead of the normal 5% off. And while at my local GameStop, they had just gotten an item, a few items that came off of trade hold. And so I decided to go ahead and take advantage. First, we'll talk about this here, which is this Dreamcast. Now, when they first told me that they had a Dreamcast, I was like, okay, cool. You know, I was pretty stoked about that. And when I asked them how much it was, they said, oh, well, it's only 90 bucks. So I was like, oh, $90 Dreamcast? I figured that would be a good deal. $90 for a Dreamcast is pretty good in this market. Most Dreamcasts are selling for $120 to $150. So, and I actually recently had a Dreamcast that just died out on me. So I felt like it was good for me to have a backup just in case the one that I have died again. Lo and behold, when they brought it out from the back, they brought this out. Now this is a complete in-box Sega Dreamcast, the sports edition, the black sport edition. And as you can see here, it recently came off of trade hold in January. And so I'll just open this up with you guys here now, and we'll take a look at it together. But this is the original one that came. So it looks like it came with this Millennium 2000 controller. So it looks like it came with more than one controller, because I see this controller here. This looks like it's the power cord there. And then you have the console here. So the console is actually in pretty decent shape. It's not in horrible shape at all. As you can see, a little bit of dust here on the bottom. I guess whoever had it wasn't playing it for some time. But I usually look at the stickers and stuff, and they're like a pretty good indicator of like how dirty it is. And all the stickers look like it's in pretty good condition, pretty clean condition. Pop it open. Everything looks in order there. So the console itself doesn't look too bad. So I'm not mad at that. So far, so good. Here goes the AV cables, standard Dreamcast AV cables. And then this is something cool. It looks like there was an RFU adapter included. So for those of you who don't know, since everything is HDMI, back in the day, we used to use a thing called a coax cable to connect to our TVs. And the Dreamcast was old enough to still use coax. I actually have an OEM, like Sega branded, like Sega Dreamcast coax cable, but this is cool to have as well. So we got this little extra coax here, and I hope there's an additional controller in here. I hope it didn't just come with that one, but I think that might be it. Yep, that might be it. Unless there's something down here. So it does come with all of the instructions, so that's cool to see. Sega Dreamcast instructions, of course. And then what's this down here? This looks like, for those of you who are too young and may not know this as well, but back in the day we had what was called dial-up internet. And here goes the dial-up, here goes the cord for the dial-up internet, which is pretty cool to see. And I guess, yeah, I guess it didn't come with the original OEM black Sega Dreamcast controller, which is okay. I'm not losing my mind over that. Hopefully this one works. I haven't seen a controller like this in a while. That I'm not gonna lie, that analog feels pretty stiff. But either way, for 90 bucks, I am not mad at that at all, to be quite honest with you. I do wish that it came with the standard black controller. Maybe I'll go back to that GameStop and see if they have that black controller sitting somewhere. Maybe they do, maybe they don't, but we'll see. So this was 90 bucks. And then, so I paid 120 for everything that you see here. So you saw the Dreamcast. Then they had this copy of Bushido Blade 2, which I feel like I used to have this. I can't remember if I did or not, but I know I had Bushido Blade 1 for sure. So I picked this one up. Then they also had Final Fantasy 10 and 10 2 with the art cards included. So this was like a complete copy of Final Fantasy on the Vita, and it's crazy because I was recently just talking about the Vita. So this was a cool pickup as well. And then 2 more games here. We had Shenmue. Now this Shenmue, I had Shenmue before and I sold my old copy of Shenmue. So this is actually great to add this back to the Dreamcast collection. And this copy of Shenmue was complete. All the discs are here in this copy of Shenmue. So you've got the manual, you've got all of the discs in there. And you even have the passport, which I thought was pretty cool, along with the passport disc as well. So super cool to find this copy of Shenmue as well. And then last but not least, I was just recently talking about the PlayStation 3. And the PlayStation 3 having a lot of really cool compilation discs. And this is actually a really good one. I've had the Prince of Persia games like come in and out of my collection time and time again. The last Prince of Persia game I had was The Warrior Within, and I had that on the GameCube, but I wound up using that in a trade because part of me knew that I would eventually run into this game on a good deal. And they had this copy of Prince of Persia there, the collection. So some of these like PS2 games that I can get on a compilation disc, I'm doing that. I already have the Sly trilogy. I already have the God of War games. I think the last thing for me to get is probably like the Crash Bandicoot games and the Jack games. So we'll see if I come across those. But all in all, I mean, killer deal for $120. Being able to pick up all of these, and like the main thing with this is really just getting my hands on the console. I really just wanted to have another good Dreamcast console that I can use. I am gonna go back and try to see if they have that black Dreamcast controller hanging around somewhere, because that would have been great to have. But even if they don't, this is still a good deal to me, and it was just one that I had to break my own rules for. So you guys let me know down in the comments. The box alone, just getting the box, I mean, is a huge deal. I mean, getting that box is sick for sure. But let me know what you guys think about this pickup down in the comments. Hopefully this is a good sign of things to come, and I will catch you in the next video. It's the Y2K Collector. Take it easy.